Hi everyone, welcome to Technology World Hub. So my name is Anil. So today I am going to show you an important topic, that is automation testing training curriculum. So if you are trying for automation as a SDT, so this will be the best syllabus or training curriculum you need to follow, which is currently required for the industry. If you learn this, I can assure you 100% you will be in the front line. Like, you can easily get a job in SDT and in automation, in any automation field. So let's start this. So that you will get the idea what exactly you are going to learn. So let's start this. One second, guys. Okay. So let's start it. Okay. So module 1 will be core Java for test automation. So for a successful SDT role, you should be strong in one of the programming language. So here exactly we are going to cover with Java. So basically what you need to run core Java for test automation. So here exactly you need to learn introduction to Java and OOPS concepts, which is most important. Data types, variables, operators, control statements, that is if, for, while, switch, then methods and functions, arrays and strings, collections framework. There exactly maximum use is list, set, map, exception handling, file handling, Java streams for test data processing, interview questions on Java for QA. So this is the initial module. So that if you want to become a SDT in Java Selenium, let's say, then this topic will be must. So let's go to the second one, that is Selenium WebDriver. Introduction to Selenium and WebDriver architecture, so that you will get the idea. Setting up IntelliJ or Eclipse with Selenium and Maven, where you are going to write your code. Locators, you need to understand locators, different locators like ID, name, CSS selector, XPath, link test, partial link test, class name, tag name. Then handling web elements like text box, button, checkbox, radio button, drop down, alerts. Then you need to understand or learn weights, that is different type of weights, implicit weight, explicit weight, fluent weight. Then page navigation and browser commands. There are different page navigation and browser commands that you need to learn. Then mouse and keyboard actions like action class, robot class, etc. Okay. Then handling multiple windows, iframes, pop-ups, that you need to learn. Taking screenshots, WebDriver manager, that you need to learn. Then data-driven testing with Excel or CSV, or you will also learn property file. Then page object model using POM. Okay. So then on module 2.1, you need to learn Selenium grid, that is distributed and parallel testing. For distributed and parallel testing, Selenium grid you must Need to understand what is Selenium grid, why we use it, hub and node architecture, setting up Selenium grid locally, running tests in parallel across multiple browsers, for example Chrome, Firefox, Edge, or multi-browser testing, running tests on multiple machines, distributed execution, Dockerized Selenium grid setup. Okay, so that means running the Selenium grid on Docker. So which is like more preferred nowadays. So integration of Selenium grid with TestNg and Jenkins. Okay, there are different advantages. So once we integrate that, then we'll get all these advantages or benefits. So next will be TestNg framework. So let's introduction to TestNg. TestNg annotations, assertions, that is hard assertion, soft assertion, groups and priorities, data providers and parameterization, parallel execution with TestNg reports. Okay, so these are the things you need to understand for TestNg. Then next, BDD with Cucumber. So what is BDD? Why Cucumber? Gherkin syntax, that is feature, scenario, given, when, then. Step definitions in Java, hooks and tags, data tables in Cucumber, Cucumber options and runner classes, integrating Cucumber with TestNg, and Cucumber reports. These are the things we need to learn. Then API testing with RestAssured. Introduction to REST API and HTTP methods, Postman basics versus RestAssured automation, setting up RestAssured with Maven, different HTTP methods like get, post, put, delete requests. Also we can update like paths here. Okay, so save it. Then validating JSON and XML responses, path and query parameters, headers and cookies, JSON schema validation, chaining API requests, API testing framework using RestAssured plus TestNg plus Cucumber. Okay, that's you need to learn. Then next, database testing with SQL. So introduction to RDBMS, SQL basics like select, insert, update, delete. Then joins, let's say inner join, left join, right join, full join, constraints and keys, writing queries for automation, connecting Java to MySQL, executing DB queries in automation scripts, real-time DB verification in test cases. Then next, CICD and DevOps for testers. Introduction to CICD and DevOps in QA, Git and GitHub basics, clone, commit, push, pull branches, Maven build management, Jenkins installation and setup, creating and running Jenkins jobs, integrating Selenium, Cucumber, RestAssured with Jenkins, generating HTML and extend reports in CICD, basics of AWS for test automation, that is EC2, S3, IAM for Jenkins setup. Then on module 8 maybe, so Agile, Jira and test management. There exactly we are going to learn, or you need to learn Agile basics, Scrum, Kanban, Sprint. Then role of QA in Agile teams, writing user stories, acceptance criteria, Jira for defect and test management, test case management, end-to-end flow, requirements, test case, execution, defect logging, if any. Then on GenAI side, what GenAI skills for automation testers required? Like you can start with ChatGPT, OpenAI API, that is GPT 4 or 5, generate test cases, BDD scenarios, SQL queries quickly, write Java code snippets for Selenium and RestAssured, use for test data generation, that is large sets of realistic inputs. Then on GitHub Copilot, AI PR programmer inside IntelliJ or Eclipse, helps write Selenium locators, Cucumber steps, REST assured requests faster. Test, autom- Test automation specific GenAI tools like Test Team AI, MabLab functionize AI based test automation frameworks. Apply tools has AI powered visual testing. Then LangChain plus Java or Python. Learn how to integrate LLMs with automation frameworks. Example, use LangChain to fetch API responses and auto-generate validation. AI in CICD, explore how Jenkins plus AI plugins can analyze packet tests. Use AI to prioritize test execution. How exactly we are going to learn? Let's discuss that. So, which Gen AI you need to learn or start with? Since you are in a growth learning phase and want to try tools without heavy costs, here is what I recommend. So start with testing because it gives you a free plan so you can explore its functionalities, build a few tests, try the self-healing, etc. Use Maven free trial to compare futures, maybe try something Maven does directly, auto healing, diagnostic tools, etc. But be aware you will need to move to paid if you want long use. Try functionized demo or trial only if you have a need for very advanced AI based capabilities or for enterprise level test automation. Good to learn, but probably overkill for learning unless you can get trial access. So you need to do one custom real-time project. So automating an e-commerce application, let's say UI plus API plus DB, login sign up automation, Selenium DB verification, product search and add to cart, order placement and payment verification, that is database plus API, API testing for backend order details, CICD pipeline for automation execution, final deliverables, framework, that is hybrid page object model plus Cucumber plus TestNg plus RestAssured, integration with Jenkins plus Git plus Maven, reports and logs, resume ready, automation project, interview preparation, frequently asked automation testing interview questions, scenario based Selenium and API questions, SQL interview questions, DevOps and Agile questions for QA, resume preparation tips for QA roles, mock interview sessions. So, this is the complete scenario or training curriculum, you can say, for an SDT role. So, if you learn these things, so definitely you are going to clear the interview and you can work in the industry or anywhere. You can work in a better manner. Okay, guys. So this was the topic for today. So, like automation training curriculum or automation, you can say automation syllabus or SDT role. Okay, guys. So thank you so much for watching. So I will come up with another important topic. Till then, take care. Bye bye. Please like it, subscribe it, share with your friends and family. Thanks. Thanks everyone.